Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Chad Morgan, and the cancel culture mob and the Doctor Who fandom have been in close cahoots with each other for a very, very long time now. As much as I love Doctor Who, a lot of the fan base is quite crazy when it comes to the extreme politics and the cancel culture mentality that is destroying Twitter and Hollywood in general, because Hollywood is listening to this Twitter sphere. Unfortunately, they are trying to claim a new victim of cancel culture within the Doctor Who fandom, and this time they're coming for one of the original Doctor Who actors himself, a legend in the community. May not be the best doctor out there, probably not by a long shot, but a kind-hearted man who has done nothing wrong in my opinion, and that is Colin Baker. Colin Baker played the 7th Doctor, and as much as his era had some issues, from that insane costume to choking out his companion the moment he regenerated, he was still a legend in the community and had some great episodes like Trial of the Time Lord, where they introduced the Valeyard. Valeyard is one of the most memorable characters from Classic Who, and that was during his era. But I do have to say, he did flirt with these people back in the day when it came to the casting of Jodie Whittaker. He did come out into support of them, but it seems like, he was just doing something that he was told to do. For PR reasons, he's like, yeah, I support what the current show is doing. It was very non-committal, but it was still in favor of the casting of Jodie Whittaker that led to the destruction of the show, and in support of the people who were canceling normal Doctor Who fans for not being okay with it. Regardless of that, he does not deserve what is happening to him right now, especially because it's not true. What he actually did, it wasn't actually him. But let's get into it right here. Now, the Star Whovian account is the one that brought it to my attention. Shout out to him. Great guy over there. Love the stuff that he puts out there. But Colin Baker is the last person I would have expected to be a victim of the cancel culture mob in the fandom. Yet here we are. They will just not quit. That is absolutely true. They will not quit until they have every scalp that they can possibly find. And Colin Baker, he's a sweet old man. He's just loves Doctor Who. He doesn't really pay attention. I mean, he was in The Power of the Doctor, which I don't think is a good idea, but he was given an opportunity to come back to the role of a lifetime after 30, 40 years. I don't blame him for being in Power of the Doctor, as much as I despise that episode. But someone in the comments asked what happened, so this is what happened. This Terry Mullow guy, who apparently is pretty popular in Britain. I've never heard of this person, but apparently it's a big deal. He says, I have no problem with anyone's gender identity. Each of our lives is our own to fulfill in the way we most feel comfortable and in harmony with others. What I am not weird, is rabid proselytization of one particular view of the exclusion of any other opinion and demonizing those who do not agree wholeheartedly. Me trying to live my life, the alphabet propaganda. That is exactly how so many people feel in the modern day. That is how I feel in the modern day. Yeah, go live your life. I'm very libertarian. Everyone do what they want. Just don't bother me. But that is exactly what the alphabet mob wants. It's like, you will agree with this 100% or we will destroy your life. Just look at what they tried to do with J.K. Rowling and the Hogwarts Legacy video game. Hogwarts Legacy video game is succeeding at every single possible level because these people don't actually have any real influence over the real world. They can shout, they can virtue signal all they want on Twitter, but it doesn't actually make an effect in the real world unless we let it have an effect in the real world, like Hollywood does on so many different occasions. But it is quite annoying to have that thing shoved in your face, even if you're like, yeah, go live your own life. I might think it's insane, but it's none of my business. You do you, buddy. And the Colin Baker aspect of things comes from a comment up from this Facebook post where this Colin Baker said, well said, my friend. Now, from right there, you can kind of tell that there's a bit of an issue there. Doesn't have a profile picture, and Colin Baker's a pretty common name. And in doing research, that's not Colin Baker. At least I don't believe it is. Now, the original Facebook post is gone. It is no longer available on this guy's Facebook profile, and I wasn't able to find the real Colin Baker. I don't know if he's on Facebook or not. There are a lot of fake Colin Baker accounts, or just normal people, Colin Bakers, who aren't the Doctor Who actor. But that didn't stop people from going bananas. There's a lot of comments in here. A lot of this is good, positive stuff that has nothing to do with it. But there are still lots of people who are coming after him. What? I'm tired of white cis people complaining about marginalized groups when shining a light on this bigoted comment that was a direct negative impact on Doctor Who fans and his friends. Now, it's nowhere near trending at this point because Doctor Who is a very small piece of an overall Twitter sphere. Definitely not going to be trending, but this is enough of the Doctor Who fandom on Twitter to make it of note. And the comments are full of either people saying you're insane or, wow, Colin Baker is a horrible, horrible person. We got more here. We've got Colin Baker. People freaking out about this, and some people are saying, oh, he's old, let him be. Just, he's old. He's allowed to have bigoted opinions because he's old, which is a weird perspective. Everyone acting shocked and in disbelief that Colin Baker's a bigot. Have you not been paying attention? Do they not realize that that is a completely legitimate perspective to take in this whole situation? Is, yeah, I support your way to live your life. I just don't like you shoving your opinions in my face to such a degree that I have to 100% agree with you or I'm evil. Apparently that's bigoted, and that is not surprising in the current day, in the current landscape of Twitter, Hollywood, and just the woke sphere in general, because it is absolutely that mentality. You're with us or you're a bigot. And so they're like, oh my God, he's an old white man. Of course he's a bigot. Why are you not surprised? And this is, of course, the comment. This is the tweet that started it all, that began this whole fiasco. And yes, it's not very, very broad spectrum wise, but it is enough that it is worth talking about today, because Colin Baker does not deserve this, because it's not Colin Baker, for one, and for two, it is a good opinion to have. It is opinion that I share. That shouldn't be that crazy of an opinion at all. This should not be shocking. Even if it was Colin Baker, he did nothing wrong, but it wasn't him. So absolutely, he did nothing wrong. And this perspective is not a negative one. And I feel kind of bad that that Terry guy took down his Facebook post. I would love to have that proof before you, but it's gone, so there's nothing I can do about that. Overall, Twitter's going to Twitter. These woke tards will do whatever they can to get their next scalp, even if it's baseless in reality. That is all that they know how to do. That is everything that they've done every single time a cancel culture mob has been formed, is nonsense driven by faulty facts and just a need, a drive to ruin people's lives because they get off on it. And that is exactly what is happening here with the Colin Baker situation. And it really sucks for the Doctor Who fans to be so full of such negativity and such woke libtards that it's really sad that my favorite franchise is so consumed by this sort of mentality that I don't know if it's going to survive long into the future with or without Russell T Davies' so-called salvation. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Anon.
Hey, yo, are you feeling what I'm doing up in here? Oh, I know you are. Do you miss all the good, compelling stories that we used to get back in Hollywood that they ain't putting down no more? I know you missing it. So check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues, baby. Book 1, Down in Flames. Book 2, Apocalypse Then. These are currently on sale. What are you waiting for? Get your hands on them. And we got Book 3, Kill the Dark, is coming down the pipeline. Just wait for all the good stuff that's dropping. You ain't gonna be disappointed, fam.